Maltreated overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, from the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, have filed cases against their recruiters and principals following their repatriation to the Philippines. In a report to Labor Secretary Rosalinda Baldos, however, the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration Chief Hans Leo Kakdak said the cases have been filed before the POEA's Docket and Enforcement Division. The majority of the abused OFWs were illegally recruited women workers who risk going abroad as tourists and end up abused and maltreated. A public hearing on firearms and firecrackers Thursday, led by Senator Gregorio Honasan, agreed on implementing stricter penalties for the illegal production, possession, and use of firearms. The hearing has also agreed on not implementing a total gun ban, but instead on restricting ownership of firearms. In line with this, the Philippine National Police, or PNP, plans to update its information on the number of registered, unrenewed, and loose firearms.
Paano ninyo kinukuha itong estimate o yung data ito? Dahil pag nagkamali kayo ng estimate o ng data, mali yung magiging decision natin eh. Diba? We'll be squandering or wasting time and resources based on inaccurate information or outdated information. Gentlemen from the PNP, paki-submit and then give us an idea of what you are doing about it. Dahil hindi ito pwedeng hearing tapos okay na. No? Lives are at stake.
Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile defends himself from allegations of bribery to Senate employees. Lorraine Mata has the report.
Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile denies allegations that he was buying the loyalty of every senator to keep his post. Enrile said he had been giving maintenance and other operating expenses, or MOOEs, to senators since he became Senate President in 2008, and no one questioning it before, adding that those accusing him of such must have a very low opinion about their colleagues. Enrile further explained his refusal to give 1.6 million pesos to other 4 senators was because of their own annual budgets as chairs of different committees. Senator Antonio Trillanes IV was still chair of the Civil Service Committee and other Oversight Committee on Government Procurement, while Pia Cayetano was chair of the Oversight Committees on the Clean Water Act. Medium Defensor Santiago as chair of the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendments, and Alan Cayetano as the Senate's minority leader. Santiago, who promptly returned Enrile's Christmas gift, was the one who clarified the unequal amounts of the said cash gifts given to the senators, while Lacson and Estrada were the first ones to confirm the received additional maintenance and other operating expenses. Enrile, meantime, remained confident that he can answer to all questions regarding the Senate budget, despite efforts of some to steer controversy. For GNN, Lorraine Mata, News Force.
Senator Loren Legarda Wednesday denied having received a 1.6 million peso cash gift from Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile last Christmas Day. Legarda, who visited typhoon-devastated areas the past 2 days, meantime noted she had to check first with the Department of Finance if there was indeed a cash gift for her as soon as she arrives in Manila. According to the senator, if the money has been set aside for her, she would use it for a settlement program for people in areas ravaged by Typhoon Pablo.
Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago has asked the Commission on Audit, or COA, to examine the savings and secret funds of the Office of Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile after the 1.6 million peso cash gift given by Enrile to 18 senators. Santiago said COA must also include in the investigation the secret funds of the Office of the House Speaker Feliciano Belmonte Jr. and leaders of different government agencies to assure transparency. Santiago even challenged COA to show to the public the annual salaries of every senator and congressman, including basic salary, Christmas bonuses, and the possible 10% kickback of the officials from pork barrel. In a 30-page petition filed with the Manila Regional Court Monday, the Distilled Spirits Association of the Philippines, or DASP, wants to put a stop to the implementation of the sin tax reform law, saying it is an unconstitutional and tantamount to double taxation. The DSAP said enforcing the law would cause grave and irreparable damage to the domestic liquor industry, which stands to lose its market share to imported compounded liquors. Bureau of Internal Revenue Commissioner Kim Henares, meantime, said the BIR is just doing its job in implementing the law. Henares added they are yet to receive a copy of the petition.
The Court of Appeals has held an oral argument Thursday to determine whether or not to grant suspended Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia's request of a temporary restraining order, or TRO. It can be recalled Garcia has requested the appellate court to issue a TRO weeks after a suspension order was issued against her. Meantime, Garcia's camp said they are confident the Court of Appeals will grant them their petition. New York City ferry crash injures 85 passengers. And Hollywood awaits for Oscar nominations. These and more stories when News Force returns.